It takes a lot of description to accurately identify a window or door. And this segment is the first part of identifying a product for accurate communication or, say, placing an order. This first identification is by how they operate at the most basic level, and I'll go into more detail in following segments. Of all of the operator types, whether it's a window or door, they almost all fall under three primary types of operation, whereby it either swings, a swinger, or slides, a slider, or doesn't operate at all, a fixed. While a fixed window doesn't operate, we'll see later in the fixed window segment that in some cases it can still be identified as an operator type. So keep that in mind. Almost all specific window and door types are simply variations of these three. There are two primary components for most all windows that make this all work. The window frame, which is the primary structure that encases all of the window components, and one or two sash, sometimes even three. A sash is its own smaller frame within the window frame that surrounds and supports the glass. So it's a glass frame, although the glass itself is technically not recognized as part of the sash, a common misconception. The sash enables the window to operate by swinging or sliding as mentioned before. You can imagine that it would be very impractical to just swing or slide the glass only, thus the need for the sash. Although I will mention that there are a very few window products that are exceptions to that rule. To connect with clients who always ask, "What's a sash?" remind them of the night before Christmas story when he threw open the sash. That immediately clicks with them. In some cases, a sash is fixed in the window frame, but more on that in an upcoming segment. For doors, it's a bit different. In this case, you also have a frame, of course, but the subframe that holds the glass is called a panel. And the panel does include the glass, or the fill-in that may not be glass. Either way, it's a panel. Let's review with a few questions. Pause the presentation until you have your answer. Then continue. There may be more than one answer, so select all that apply. C is the correct answer. Almost all windows and doors fall under these three primary operator types. Casement is a specific window operator type, as we'll learn later, and it falls under swingers. Panels are the door component that swings or slides. And D, doors, windows, and skylights are indeed fenestration, but are not necessarily operator types in all cases. B is correct. The sash enables a window to operate. A sash does not include the glass, although that's a common and incorrect assumption. Nor does a sash include the window frame. B, a panel is the correct answer. Now there are other names for the panel, which I'll be covering later. The door frame is the major component of a door, and a sash is the operating component for a window. Easy so far, eh? That'll change. Next, we'll go into more depth of window and door operators.